promises, they are more than just words. They hold a special kind of magic, don't they? A promise can light up someone's world. A promise is a sacred pact, a vow we make to ourselves or others. It's a bridge of trust. It's a commitment to action, a declaration of intent. It signifies our dedication. When we make a promise, we plant a seed of hope. We nurture it with our actions. Think about a time someone made a promise to you. How did it make you feel? Do you remember the feeling, the anticipation, the excitement that filled your heart, the trust that bloomed in your heart? It was a beautiful moment, wasn't it? Promises have the power to uplift us, to motivate us, to bind us together. They create connections. But what happens when promises are broken? The impact can be devastating. The world feels a little colder, a little less trustworthy. We feel a sense of loss. We might start to doubt ourselves and others. Trust becomes fragile. That's why keeping our promises is so important. It reinforces our integrity. It's about more than just fulfilling an obligation. It's about building a foundation of trust. It's about honoring our word and nurturing the bonds of trust. Promises shape our relationships and our world. I've made countless promises in my life, to my family, friends, and even to strangers. Each promise carried its own weight, its own significance. But there's one promise that stands out, a promise I made to my younger self. A promise that has shaped my journey and defined my purpose. Growing up, I faced many challenges. Each day was a battle, and every moment was a test of my resilience. I witnessed and experienced things no child should. The pain and confusion were overwhelming at times. During those difficult times, I made a silent vow, a vow that became my guiding star. I promised myself that if I ever escaped that darkness, I would dedicate my life to spreading light and hope, to be a beacon for others who might be lost. This promise wasn't made with fanfare or witnesses. It was a quiet, personal commitment. It was a quiet whisper in my heart, a beacon of hope in the midst of despair, a promise that kept me going. It wasn't always easy to hold on to that promise. There were moments of doubt and fear. There were times when the darkness threatened to engulf me, times when I doubted my own strength. But through it all, I held on to that promise, and it has made all the difference. Keeping this promise to myself required daily effort. It meant pushing past my comfort zone, facing my fears, and using my voice to uplift others. There were days when I felt like giving up, days when the weight of the world felt too heavy to bear. But then I would remember that little girl, that younger version of myself who dared to dream of a brighter future. And so I kept going. I poured my heart and soul into my work, using my platform to share stories of resilience, hope, and triumph over adversity. In the end, it's these promises that light our way forward.